Said I've been up and I've been down.
I've always lived a life fantastic.
Said I've been played and I played around.
I always landed on my feet.
There have been bumps along the way,
but I had to take my chances.
And other times when I showed grace,
but you were standing there to grace me.
With open arms you would catch me.
And I would fall.
And with the same arms you would love me.
Whenever I call,
always there to forgive me.
if ever I fall,
Standing at the ready to receive me.
whenever I call,
Sometimes the stakes seem so high,
we're going deeper,
and the lows felt much lower.
You were afraid, it ain't no secret.
No grace from any man.
Why don't you quit while you can still quit?
And then you say, come take my hand.
That wasn't me, it was something holy.
With open arms you would catch me.
If ever I fall,
And with the same arms you would love me.
whenever I call,
Always there to forgive me.
if ever I fall,
Standing at the ready to receive me.
whenever I
Wanna say
call,
it again. With open arms you would catch me.
if ever I fall,
And with the same arms you will love me.
whenever I call,
Always there to forgive me.
if ever I fall,
Standing at the ready to receive me.
not gonna worry, not gonna worry,
Oh no, no, no.
not gonna worry, not gonna worry,
Never gonna worry now, no.
not gonna worry, not gonna worry,
'Cause you're always there.
not gonna worry, never gonna worry.
Never gonna worry, no, no, no.
Don't worry about my lifestyle profile, that's just what I was made of. Disappointment or disapproval from the heavens, only thing I'm afraid of. I'm the nuisance child, grew up in the lowest tax bracket, percentile with loud. So of course I'm bitter, got recourse for them hecklers who try to modify me. But if you can't control these streets, how can you get me?
With open arms you would catch me.
If ever I fall,
And with the same arms you will love me.
whenever I call,
Always there to forgive me.
if ever I fall,
Standing at the ready to receive me. TP, come on and sing.
with open arms you would catch me. If ever I fall, and with the same arms you will love me.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Always there to forgive me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Standing at the ready to receive me.
Say it again, say it again, say it again.
Open arms.
Oh yeah.
And with the same arms you will love me.
Come on, say it.
Always there to forgive me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Standing at the ready to. If ever I fall, whenever I call,
We are Mad Church Disease, helping you understand that Jesus plus nothing is everything. This is a show for everyone, believers and non-believers, from churched to the unchurched. Help us grow the channel by supporting our non-profit causes and create more consistent content. Donate by Cash App or PayPal, or buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com.
What's up, everybody? Thank y'all so very much for joining me for the broadcast for tonight. We've got a couple of things to just talk about and go over. I'm just double checking my sound right now. Shout out to all of you that are in the chat right now. Shout out to all of the members. Let's shout out K-Lock, Cree B, Beauty for Ashes 8, Sharon T. Leonard, thank you so very much. Gerald, what's up, Gerald? Good to see you in here. Melanie Rice, hey, Betty Yellick, it's so awesome to see you up in here. Thank you so very much. Breezy B 214, good to see you. Fitness is everything. CC, good to see you. Christine Parks, what's up? Moni No Love, boy, everybody's up in here. Thank y'all so very much for coming. Please make sure that you hit the like button. Please make sure that you share the broadcast. What's up, Yolanda? Good to see you as well. You and Melanie, I'm so grateful for everybody being here on tonight. Well, we are about to get into a little bit of a discussion about a prophet's cave, and we're going to be discussing, of course, the Lovy. Let's say it. Let me make sure that I get these names right, because I'll never get these names right. We're going to be talking about, of course, the unbelievable showdown. Prophet E.J. Newton takes on the Warlock. According to Prophet E.J. Newton, Lovy Elias is a warlock, and he's coming out to expose him and talk about him. And we're going to, of course, discuss that as our topic of discussion on tonight. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Mad Church Disease broadcast. I am so very honored and privileged that you are here. I don't know what button to push, because this thing needs to be updated. Oh my God. I hate to just start pushing buttons. See, because I don't know what. Oh, there it is. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Because my system over here is acting a fool today. Which means if it's that one, let's see what's next. Okay, so that's the other one. All right. Well, thank y'all so very much for joining the broadcast. We're going to actually get into this tonight. First of all, I actually sent this to all of you guys who have on your notifications. I sent you the link to watch this video last night. How many of you received a notification on your phone when we went off last night that I had made this post for you guys? What's up, Dion? Designate, good to see you here as well. How many of you got you said, well, I think he had his hair pushed back, so you couldn't see the locks. But I think he had braids or something. He was trying to grow it out at then, Moni. How many of you got the notification last night that I sent to you guys, that I put on the community wall for you guys to watch the video? Because I actually gave you the link, but I also put it inside the chat as well. Well, you guys might want to go back, and when you're subscribed, check your subscribe, how you're subscribed to the channel, because I actually sent you guys a notification last night to the video so you guys could go and watch the video. So if you did not watch the video last night, because I wanted you guys to watch the whole thing, because I'm not, of course, going to go over the whole video tonight, because it's going to be too much, too long, and I don't want to keep you guys here for all day and all night. Creepy says I didn't, but hello to everybody. Let me just tell you guys something. You guys know that over the last couple of weeks, we have been talking about these prophetic networks and the intertwining and the interwovenness of all of the so-called prophets and pastors and preachers, and how they're sort of interwoven and entangled with one another. And tonight, we're, of course, going to discuss that as well. So I want to first of all start off by saying thank you to all of you that support the Mad Church Disease channel, whether you have a membership or whether you're just supporting with your Cash App support, whether that is on YouTube, on Facebook, or however you're supporting. I just want to say thank you so very much. If you are on Facebook, please make sure that you are giving me some thumbs up and some likes to work the algorithm. You can also support the show by giving stars as well. All right. Just to let you guys know, I think we asked for like 4 or 5 people yesterday to send $12. We were one shy of our goal yesterday. And so today I'm going to ask you guys, I'm going to stick with the same number for 5. If I can get 5 of you guys to send $12 today, that will, of course, help us meet our goal. Okay. So if you can please make sure that you support the show. I don't know why. This is looking a little weird. It's almost like they changed my settings or something. like the settings have been changed. That's kind of weird. Let me go in here just for a second here. Let me check a couple things. I'm sorry, because it looks like my settings have been changed. Um, hold on. Let me see here. Da 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 da. Yeah, it looks like the settings have been changed, but I'm not gonna fool with it right now. I'm really not. But if you're supporting the show, that information, of course, is on the screen, so you guys can, of course, have that information as well. And it makes it really, really easy for us to, to not have to stop and do that. Also, you guys need to know, I need for y'all to hit the like button. I've got 155 of you guys here, so I should have at least 100 likes. I would appreciate it. That way, as people kind of come in and go out tonight, we'll be able to get that done. K-Lock, thank you so very much for your support. Somebody, Dion says, probably them Warlocks EJ was talking about. You might be right, Dion. You might be right. You might be right. That's funny. K-Lock, thank you so very much for your $12 support. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so very much. So let me get at least Yolanda says $5 from Yolanda. Hippo character runs at high speed, his legs formulating a ball like a blur. Okay, thank you so very much for Yolanda, your support as well. Now, if I can get 4 more of you to do $12, that would be great, and we're moving right along. All right, so today's going to be no different. What we're going to do is we're going to actually talk about and discuss a couple of things in regards to this EJ Newton thing. Now, I want to say this, and let me say this publicly. Anytime I deal with these kinds of witchcraft, warlocks, and individuals, it is a lot of pressure on you personally to deal with them. Just so you know, you almost feel like a weight comes on you, especially when you're studying demonology and demonic activity, and people who dibble dabble in demonic activity. And I need to go ahead and open up my notes, because like I said, I'm not going to keep you guys all night, but I am going to discuss it, and I wanted to get this out. So let me get my notes up here. Okay, let me get over to my notes. First of all, I'm going to wait till we get into a couple of more things here, but I want you guys to hear how EJ starts this off, and what he actually says, so that you will be clear about it, and we'll understand where he's coming from. Now, I did hear some other commentators talk about it. St. James tends to think, EJ, that you and Lovy done been over there playing Rusty Foot. So were you guys in a relationship over there, EJ? Because some people are definitely thinking y'all was over there rubbing rusty feet. So that might be something you might want to discuss and talk about that, if that is the case. Yeah, Moni, it is just an absolute mess. I will agree with you. It definitely is. But I appreciate everybody for supporting the program. I really do, because I'm fascinated by these people who just can't seem to serve God and do it right, and let things be where they are, and let things rest where they may. But we're definitely going to discuss it. Now, the person that you see on the screen, he has a church. Now, y'all remember in that video that I told you guys maybe a couple days ago, maybe about a week or so ago, I told you that EJ's church was going to suffer financially. And apparently, he's talked about the fact in this video that they did suffer a little bit financially as well. And I knew that was going to happen, because they were hooked to some other guys who were making money, and these other dudes were probably helping EJ out a little bit, in case he ever got into a bind or he was in the situation. And you'll hear him talking in this video about the fact that they were, they flew some places and they went to some places, and so they were sort of bringing, or trying to bring EJ into this inner circle. And part of the thing that a lot of these preachers do, when they're grooming you for certain activities and behaviors, they will lavish a lot of things on you in order for you to get accustomed or living and, or being surrounded by their lifestyle. And I want you guys to hear me when I tell you this tonight. that's in a lot of relationships, just not spiritual relationships, but also natural relationships, and that's one of the reasons why, when I talk to my nephew and my cousins and stuff, when they are going out and they're dating, I always tell them to not, you know, don't lead with their money, lead with their personality, lead with who they are as a person, because a person who can eat a cheeseburger with you, can also dine with you at a five-star restaurant, because a person who's not willing to sit down with you and enjoy a cheeseburger is not going to be the person that goes with you, to Mr. Chow's and some of these other places. You need to take her to Mr. Noodle first before you take her to Mr. Chow's. That's kind of how I, take her next door to P. Diddy's in Westwood, and y'all get you $1.50 ice cream cookie that's made fresh, and y'all walk around and just discuss and talk, to each other and tell each other what you like about one another. Those are the types of things. But even in relationships, people, lead sometimes with the wrong things. They lead with money to sort of draw you in. And when you listen to this EJ story and you listen to Gigi's story, you will hear that a lot of these people were led by the money. Now, I'm going to stick a pin there. But the danger of that is that's appealing to a part of your appetite that you have not yet dealt with and got under control. Because if a person can woo you with money, that lets me know that you don't have good motives, or your motive, you didn't lead with your motive, you led with your money. And that is the danger of being in those types of environments and those types of situations. Okay. And so that's that. Now he says if he spent more time with God and not making videos, then God could truly fight his battle. Well, yeah, I agree, but I think sometimes on fitness, when you're hurting, and there was another video that St. James showed where EJ was just bawling. He was crying. People say, they couldn't see the tears or whatever. I'm not going down that road. He was bawling. He was appeared to be crying. And, because I'm thinking, it's a tearing away of a friendship, and honestly, you know, when you are a pastor, when you're a leader, when you're somebody who's out front, having a friend, or having friends behind the scenes who know you, that you can call in the middle of the night in case you're stressed out or you're suffering from something, is very few and far between. Very Pastors don't have a lot of people they can call, especially if you were, you have the light on you and a lot of people know you, etc. It gets really dangerous for you to be out there calling folks. But what I found to be interesting as I rewatched this is that EJ has been recording these people and recording him for quite a while. And these new types of friends, especially on the internet, and especially in private and all this kind of stuff, these people recording one another lets me know that you didn't really have a genuine friendship in the beginning. Because if you had a genuine friendship in the beginning, you would not lead in your friendship by recording all of your friends. Who does that, right? If I'm your friend, I'm not pushing record before I speak to you on the telephone. If you want to call me and you want to have a conversation, I'm not recording that conversation. I don't know. Something about that seems really strange to me. I don't know. You can tell me what you think in the chat, but I definitely think that's some strange stuff going on. Oh, that water's good and cold. Very strange to me. And I think he is disappointed. I think he is hurt. I think he's mad. I think he's probably having a range of emotions. Well, fitness, I'll be honest with you. I do believe on some level he's doing too much, but here's the thing. Most of these people nowadays, when they're mad, or they want to lash out, or they want to, come at you, they use social media to do it. That's exactly what they do. If you think you're gonna date anybody now, it looks like in the future, and you break up with them, don't think that these people aren't gonna go to some type of social media, and a lot of people are doing it on Facebook. They have these cryptic messages that they put out on social media, etc., etc. I see Facebook fights all the time. Excuse me, I just don't get involved with them. Well, yeah, and I think you're right. When you get involved with somebody in that type of ministry or you're dealing with a person on that level, there's going to be emotions attached to it. I most certainly think so. I really do. And you're going to hear some of that here in just a minute because that you can tell that he's heard a little bit and he's got a little bit of emotion to this. So I'm going to put on my headphones. We're going to dive in. I got some timestamps on my phone. And shout out to you that cash at me. Let me see here. I think I got one. So what's that gonna put us at? One, two. Okay, where we at? We got two. All right. Actually, you know what? Somebody else had already cash apped us. So what did I say? 4 or 5, 1, 2. I need 3 more of you to do $12 and we're done. So 3 more. Somebody had already sent us something. So hey, that's great. Thank y'all so much for your support. I appreciate that. So just go ahead and do it. I need 3 more of you to do $12 and we're done. All right, so moving right along. Let me give you guys this. I want to do the intro so you can hear how he started, and then we'll move on. Okay. All right, just so that you can hear the intro.
Everybody, it's EJ Newton here. And I am making this video to speak about some things that are going on, which a lot of you already know about. I'm going to make a series of videos. I don't know the timeline of how they're going to be spread out or the exact content in the detail yet. But I'm just going to share my thoughts and share some receipts. Okay.
Now he's going to share some thoughts. He tells you why he's making the video, and he's going to go into why he's making the video. Okay. Now let me go over here. So let me get back to my notes so I can know where I want to go. Let me go to the what timestamp are we at right now? Let me go to the 58. Hold on. We got to go to 58 seconds here. Let me see. Oh, I done went too far. Okay. That's 48. I want to go to 58. See, that's the thing about this when you start doing it with these timestamps. Okay, let's stop at 54. We need to go to 58.
Fine. Like, when did this happen? So I've known him since 2015, 2016, or had known him since 2015, 2016. I had known of him a little bit before that. And then we began to talk, and, you know, over the years, we became closer and closer. And at first, everything seemed very fine.
Now, he's known him for quite a while, prior to 2015, 2016, and all of that kind of stuff. And I think it's very interesting. And I want you guys to remember the dates of 2015, 2016, because that's actually also around the time that Dr. Dingleberry showed up onto Facebook and started doing what he was doing. Now, I know some of you are going to be like, well, why do you mention Dr. Dingleberry? Well, Dr. Dingleberry is going to be mentioned in this video. And because some of the shenanigans that Dr. Dingleberry was doing before, according to EJ Newton, Dr. Dingleberry has been all up and through in the mess. And so I'm going to share some stuff with you here.
And then later on, I found out from some of his staff that, you know, he wasn't who he said he was.
Now, that's the first point that I wanted to make with you guys tonight. EJ, even though he had been knowing this dude for quite some time, EJ, the first indication to EJ that something wasn't right was Lovy's staff. So somebody over there on the staff of Lovy at the time told EJ that Lovy wasn't on the up and up. Okay. And I think sometimes we admittedly ignore the red flags, and we ignore people simply because we want to be friends with them, because we want to be in ministry with them, you know, etc., etc., and we just ignore the red flags. And so I want you guys to be very clear about something. He has known that something hasn't been on the up and up with Lovy for a while, but he just chose to ignore it. Okay, now let me go to 1 minute and 22 seconds because I told y'all I time stamped this today for y'all. Let's go to 118. Let's go.
And then later on, I found out from some of his staff that, you know, he wasn't who he said he was. And I started to dig in, and I was also noticing that things were not aligning. Things were not, it's not what he was saying.
Now, then you have to ask yourself, why in the world did you not deal with those things at that particular point in time? Was it the fame? Was it the money? Was it the perks? And this is what gets Gigi in a lot of trouble too with a lot of people, because when Gigi's coming out here telling her story, the first thing that people are saying to Gigi, well, then Gigi, you were enjoying the trips, you was enjoying the money, you was enjoying the stuff. And so Gigi and these people need to understand, and EJ, you guys need to understand that people are going to have those vantage points. They're going to have those viewpoints because they think, while the money was good and while you were enjoying the money, you just, move to the side the things that you had discovered or that you found out just so that you could be in the in crowd. And that was, of course, a part of the problem and a part of that situation. Now, let me go to the 2-minute mark and let's go past 2 minutes. Hold on, I need to go to there we go. And here's the part where he's going to start talking about the men of God and speaking with angels. So here we go.
Whatever. And he said he had asked, certain other men of God about it. And they told
Hold on, I went too far. 2 minutes.
He had met with some men of God and that they took him.
And he blocks out the men of God's face here, but he's actually telling you, he's actually telling you what these men of God said to him, quote unquote, supposed men of God. And yeah.
To a place and, helped him. They prayed for him, that they called these angels and the angels came or whatever. And he said he had asked, certain other men of God about it. And they told him that that's how angels are. And, he's been blessed by it. Okay.
So
prior to this.
So he goes to these men of God, and these men of God apparently tells him how angels are. And so then they're okay with it. So let me just say this. Part of the problem with the institutional church is that we have been inundated with men and women who are trying to mix and mingle all sorts of things with the scripture. Occultism. You got people that are mixing Hinduism. They're mixing all sorts of things with Christianity. And one of the reasons why I think the church is so tainted and the church is so a lot of these preachers have become a curse on us is because these are not true men and women of God. And these are not people who are actually seeking God's heart, seeking to hear the voice of God. They're seeking to go to the mountaintop and go talk to the juju man. And that is probably part of the danger. And you have some of your vloggers, your favorite vloggers on here that are dabbling in occultism. They're dealing with astrology. You're going to hear Dr. Dingleberry in a minute say something really stupid, talking about what a pastor is, talking about Astor, and thinking that and trying to sound like he's real deep when he's sounding real stupid, especially to people who know better. But yeah, but that's actually one of the situations, and we'll deal with that at the time being. So yeah, I got to stay out of the chat because I'll get distracted. Okay, so their whole thing is they want to get as close to angels, and they want to go into these different realms, portals, and all of this kinds of stuff. And it's almost like one of these one of these TV shows where they're wanting to go in and out of different situations and kind of report back to us. You understand what I'm saying? And it's kind of weird that these men and women of God, people who claim to be men and women of God, are dealing with that stuff. But I'm gonna teach you something tonight. Let me go to the 7-minute mark. I'm gonna go over. We're gonna skip now to the 7-minute mark. Let's go over here to 7 minutes. Now, you guys, this is what you can do when you have time. When people support your show and they support the work that you do, and it makes it really easy for you to go timestamp and spend time with the videos. So I appreciate you guys doing that. Shout out to the next 3 of you that are going to support with $12, because that's going to help me even do more work like this. Okay. All right. So let's go into it.
Daniel Adams is another guy that's, called and would check in on me. And in hindsight, I realized that he was getting information to feed back to Lovy. And he didn't really care about what I was going through.
Now he puts up a text message. He's letting you know that he's had interactions with these people. And this is one of the things that I would tell you. It would be really good for you to go back and to watch this, because you can see in this how they were keeping EJ at a distance, and without they were bringing him in but also keeping him at a distance. And they were keeping him at a distance because that's how they play this hierarchical type of situation. I'm the daddy, you're the son, or I'm up here, you're down there, and so you need to follow me, because I'm going to get the information from these people, and I need for you guys to to kind of keep a distance. And they do that to kind of make you try to chase after them, so that oh yes daddy, I want to know the angels, and I want to speak with the angels, and I want to have your power, and I want to be on your level. And they do those kinds of things to keep those people at bay. That's why they do it.
Because I told him about, after I put everything together, that Lovy, in fact, was in witchcraft. Okay. And where we went was actually a place of witchcraft, not.
So he is clearly informing you that where they went was a place of witchcraft. He finally came to the conclusion that Lovy was working witchcraft. And if you listen to some of these people's sermons and some of the things that they say, you know that they are doing witchcraft. So when we tell you guys that these folks are doing witchcraft and wizardry, and sometimes we make it real entertaining because we're laughing and we're talking about that these people went to the Hogwarts, school of wizardry. You guys have heard me say that a million times. And they're not very good, and they're not able, their wands are broken, and typically their wands are broken because they're broken people. That's one of the reasons why when they get online, they come online hiding behind dark shades and dark glasses, because they don't want you to see the fillers, first of all, that they keep trying to plump up in their face, because they're getting skinnier and skinnier, and they don't want you to know that they've been dealing with this demonic stuff, and that some of them are not well. And so that's another reason why they do that. Okay. And so I want you guys to understand something and pay very close attention to this. Now, I'm going to stick a pin in here, and I'm going to go old school church on you for just a minute. But this is why you don't let everybody lay hands on you. This is why you don't let everybody pray for you, because all of these people that you think have power and they are seeing things, they are actually operating with witchcraft and with spirits that you don't know anything about. And while you're worried about putting an African mask or a piece of art in your home, you're going to a church service all the time by people who are dealing in witchcraft and wizardry. And you need to understand that, because these people are literally, a lot of them are praying to the devil. They really, really are. And they're working witchcraft. Keep that in mind. I'm just saying.
Not a church or not a pastor, because that's how he introduced the guy to me. So after that prayer that day, they just like, you hear them about, oh, we hear you're doing some good things in America. I said, where are you from? I said, Miami. What's your name? I said, EJ, Ejiro. I said, okay, we'll be praying for you. They said they'll be praying for me. They told me.
Now, I'm sorry, I'll be honest with you. That little voice that he just used kind of sound like them angels that these men were supposed to be talking to. Sounded really weird. Oh, yeah, y'all wait till y'all hear these voices. You know what I'm saying? But you guys got to be really careful on what you're listening to and who you're listening to. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That can't be true. Why does it say that? Do I need to go back to 2 minutes and 33 seconds? Did I go too far? I think I went too far. Wait a minute. Let me go to 233 real for a second. Hold on. Let me go to 233. Let me stop right there. Let me see what's
He
right.
was into the third eye teachings and things like that,
Okay, yeah.
which I never.
That's the other thing I wanted to mention to you was about the third eye teachings. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute, because that was something else that he mentioned in the video, was talking about these people dealing with the third eye teaching. And so I want to talk to you guys really briefly about what the third eye teaching is. If I've got 300 of you in the chat, I should have at least 200 likes. So can you guys please hit the like button for me? I would really appreciate it, even the Bush people, because I'm working hard over here and I would love for you guys to hit the like button. Let's talk about the third eye teaching. If you've never heard this before, let me give you a little synopsis, just a brief synopsis, because you can Google this and you can look it up. The third eye teaching refers to a spiritual concept across many cultures, where the area between the eyebrow, that I happen to have a little pimple on right now, where the area between the eyebrows is considered an energy center associated with intuition, inner wisdom, and a heightened state of awareness. Often it is accessed through meditation practices, allowing one to perceive beyond the physical realm and tap into deeper insights and understanding. So when they talk about the third eye, it is a meditation practice that they get into in order to receive, have more intuition and get them into another physical realm, or get them out of the realm that they're in and get deeper insights and understanding. So they're going into this third realm or this other energy source in order for them to get revelation knowledge or getting more information. Now I want you to pause for just a minute, because if you are a preacher of the gospel of Jesus Christ, and see, this is where it gets really interesting to me, and I get really fascinated, because the church has been inundated with these types of preachers who are doing this type of meditation and trying to get into different realms of understanding. And they're not necessarily going to the scriptures to get that understanding. Because if you listen at some of these people talk, a lot of the things that they're saying in their sermons are just motivational, they're aspirational, and a lot of this stuff is metaphysical. It is stuff that they've learned from astrology, things that they've learned from these other teachings like Hinduism and Buddhism and some of these other types of things. And they're intermingling these things in with their lessons and in with their teachings. So you guys just understand that. Just understand that. So please make sure that you guys understand and get that clear in your understanding, okay? And I want everybody to be clear about that. That's one of the reasons why a lot of these preachers will look to the stars and keep talking to you about astrology, because they're looking into the astrophysical things and trying to get revelations from those things. But if you look in the scripture will clearly tell you that these types of people, you know, when it comes to our God and to the work of the Holy Spirit, the Bible tells us that if any man lacks wisdom, he is to ask God. If there's something that you're seeking knowledge on, you need to make sure that you ask God. I need to take a pause. I need for you guys to be very careful about putting other content creators' names in my chat. You guys know I am not one of those guys that does that. So just be careful about that. So just cut that out, please. I would really appreciate it. I'm not going to call you out by name or single you out. Just understand that's not something that we do over here. That's not something we do. Unless I use their name or tell everybody that they're supposed to do that. Y'all know that's not something I do. Thank you for the 120 of you that have liked the video. If I can get to 150 likes, I would appreciate it. That's half of y'all. 150 would be at least half of y'all that are watching. Okay. All right.